I definitely would refer RestoreNow to family and friends. I actually already have. We had a fire in town and I said this is a company we used and we had a great experience. Hi, I'm Abby and I'm from Marshfield. The type of damage that we had to our home was about water damage that had leaked up the slab. The pipes in the slab had cracked and the water was coming up, grade 2 water, and it had been flooding and seeping underneath between the slab and the flooring and crawling up through the sheetrock. RestoreNow came in and it ended up being the sheetrock had asbestos, the floors were asbestos. We didn't know how extensive the damage was. We didn't know where to start. We didn't know how exactly the process worked. We had never ever had an insurance claim. We never had done major construction. And so RestoreNow came in and they ended up redoing pretty much the whole house. They, did at least 3/4 of it. Had to be renovated down from the studs to the cement concrete to the finish work. In the first few hours and days, there were a lot of concerns. I want to say not only were we scared, we were concerned. It's scary because we didn't know the financial burden that it would take on us. We didn't know how much or to what extent the damage was. We didn't know the process. We were just basically in a place of emotionally, like, what do we do now? I want to say it was kind of scary because there's 4 kids. How would this affect us in our daily, every day? How are we going to move forward with this? And emotionally, it was draining. So my biggest concern when we were looking for a restoration company, any contractor to come in and work on the thing, was somebody who could take the ball and just run with it. Like I mentioned, with our life and 4 kids doing 4 different things, and my husband and I both working full time, to have somebody come in and us to have to find contractors and deal with all that was too much. Yeah, my goal would be a house that was ready like yesterday, but reality was that we were going to go through a process that I had no idea what we were up for. RestoreNow took care of everything. They assisted us in everything we did. They started the project and they finished the project. Nothing laid on us, my husband or I, to complete stuff or to find a contractor to do anything. I think the openness, the honest, the what are you thinking, and I had no ideas, throwing ideas at me right away. What about this? And when I asked how does this process work, they went through detail by detail, and I told them this is not my specialty. I need to be walked through this. I'm gonna have questions. I would like answers. And I don't do well with waiting and people don't show up. Probably the biggest things that they gave me some suggestions and recommendations were huge, like put the kitchen sink, we could because all the plumbing was come up, put the kitchen sink in front of the window in the kitchen. It's been awesome. So just those little details that come up that when you're not in construction and contracting and details to a house and the flow, those things make a big difference, and that I am greatly appreciative for. They were there 24/7, which I knew that if there was an emergency. The one weekend we were in the trailer and I had left for work and my husband's calling me to let me know that the pipes were frozen. So we were calling between RestoreNow, they showed up right away, and the trailer company showed up right away, and everybody worked together to find a solution. So to know that they were willing to work with whatever the situation was is definitely comforting. So yes, we did find out about the next steps and what was going on in the process and the timelines. Every time Ryan was at the house, Alex would come to the house sometimes. They were checking on things, making sure things were staying on schedule, on top of, providing me answers to emails or when things would be completed if I had a concern about when this would get done or why was this done like this, and they would explain to me. So yes, I do believe they were up to date on communication. I would say if you have a project and you have an insurance claim or you have restoration work, RestoreNow is a great company to work with.